pumpkin or something. Yeah.
We're up 6 points, Steve? What was it? How many points were we up? 6 points, we were up, and we knew where we kind of had to place, and we knew we had to keep Tanner in sight in this moto, and so there was a lot of nervous. I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch any of the moto. I sat up at the tower, and I just sat behind and chilled out and had a water, and the first time I came out from there was when, obviously, we knew we had got it with about 3 laps to go. So, yeah, nervous guys watching this one. Gives me chills thinking about it, because I was like ready to cry that day, and I'd never been in that position. Steve had been in it, and yeah, you can see the guys. But again, you want to scare Steve Sims, go into the final moto with a 6-point lead, and Phil Nicoletti going, I got this, it's no problem, it's all good. It didn't feel that way. But that's what's going on TV. JetWorks will be here soon. All right. First of all, I just want to thank everybody who came here today. Thanks for using the seats that I got out. These guys over here. I do appreciate everyone coming out here. This is Phil's bike up here, and the National Championship bike. If you're wondering where those guys are, it's kind of funny in some ways. Both Walshy, Dylan Walsh, our 250 guy, and Phil are currently in Australia, and I'm not sure, as a resident Australian, it's probably about 2 in the morning over there, probably, somewhere in there?
Yeah, where they are, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So it is funny because last weekend, I got up at about 4 a.m. to watch those guys race Supercross in Australia, and it was an interesting tie to Walton. At one point in the screenshot, there was Dean Wilson, who's a former national champion here, who won lots of times at Walton. Dylan Walsh and Phil Nicoletti going at it in Australia. And it was awesome until Dylan took Phil out, and now I'm not sure if they'll ever speak to each other again. Mel says they talked last week.
They had breakfast together.
They had breakfast and worked it out, and I think Dylan took him out the next night too. So we'll see how that's all going. Steve probably knows mostly, he gets the angry texts, we all get the things that are not too crazy. I want to thank a few people who are out here today. Obviously, Monster. You guys have helped us out a bit this year, and it's cool to see you here. My media friends, Chris Montgomery, Billy Rainford, you guys have gave us amazing content all year, and the JetWorks guys. We're pretty spoiled with what kind of coverage we get and all the videos we get. There's different people on the Walton team, obviously. Mitch Laidlaw, Jason Badley, Barry, you guys are like the people we don't have at the races. And that's a good thing sometimes, because you guys bring the heat. But behind the scenes, these are the guys who pack rigs, do all that sort of stuff. So it's super cool to have those guys here. And then obviously I have a lot of personal friends who are here and came out and supported me today, and that means a lot. I saw Blake Hall, that's Renegade Fuel, and no season starts on a team for us unless we get a Blake Hall message, and Blake's a veteran in the Canadian Army and mission team, so that's how every text heads to us. And it's a beginning year, and some of them are, I'm not gonna lie, if you wrote me one right now, I'd probably stand up and run through that wall and go fight somewhere. They get our team amped up, and it's become a tradition on our team to see that text, and Mission Team Self is an important message that everyone should carry. And then obviously Kawasaki for being here. It's a real honor that all of you came here. I know the drive. I know it's like a real commitment to take a day off work, and I know it sounds fun, but it's a commitment to come here. And it's a true honor that you guys have taken that time to come down and show your support. And I hope I can take you back and kind of show you how we respect the support we get from you guys, and to not only do well, but to win a championship. And the championship's a funny thing. Oh, I should stop. I do have some people up to my left I should have mentioned too. Sorry guys, because I was getting lost today, but I wanted them up here. You'll see championship photos on the bottom of that, and you'll see teams. And I've seen these in the past, teams, and it would look like this room standing on a stage. And it takes that many people to be a successful team, normally. And Sarah's part of this, Charlie's part of this, but we are just a small little group of people, and we pulled that off this year. And I looked at that championship photo, and you know, there's 2 riders and there's 2 guys, and obviously Mel's a powerhouse on our team and leads us in so many ways. Kerry joined us this year, and it took one race for us to realize we couldn't live without Kerry. And then obviously Steve is, I call him the hammer, and he makes sure everything gets done and everybody's in line. And honestly, when we came down to that last round, the fact that I was doing other things, Mel was doing other things, we were all doing other things, and there was a lot of things that did happen to win a championship. And it wasn't for Steve and Caden in the background. Caden's not here right now, but those two mechanics, you don't know how much work goes into these bikes. Like, every single piece of these bikes was torn down, touched. Once we knew we were turning at Sandali, we knew we were turning for a championship. We knew that. And we had a meeting in the rig, very intense meeting, and we decided what we were going to do. At that point, when you're in a championship, I learned that moment, you're in for a penny, you're in for a dollar. And you're not going to not do everything you can to win, and that's what we did. And that was led by Steve. So congratulations to all these guys right here. You guys, we truly pulled it off as a team. So thank you very much for doing that, and good job. The last thing I want to touch on is sort of that Kawasaki connection, and this is actually the third year for us doing this team. And again, I had one of my Yamaha guys remind me, he's a super good friend. I'm actually really, really close friends with Kevin Tyler at MX 101. He's one of my best buddies. And Derek Schuster at GDR, he's one of my really close friends. And so they were, as crazy as it sounds, kind of coaching me a little bit of like where my mind was going to go and stuff like this. But Kevin came up to me after the final moto, and I was just sort of walking back from the podium after we had thankfully not blown up the bike, but we kind of burned down the stage a little bit. And he said, recognize how hard it is for a manufacturer or yourselves to do this. He's like, I've been doing this almost 20 years and I haven't won a 450 title yet. You guys did it in 3. And he's like, it's an incredible achievement and your team should celebrate that. And I really didn't put it in perspective, but I kind of am now, like looking, what we pulled off in this year was pretty special. So that's an amazing feat to have happened. So going back to, I wanted to create that Kawasaki connection. When we started Kawasaki, it did not seem like a thing that, I don't know, I didn't know how that brand would be with us and where I would connect. And I started over the last summer realizing, like, for myself, my first full summer of racing bikes was on a Kawasaki, right? And 2 years later, I actually bought a Kawasaki and I rode them for a lot of years. And I was looking at photos and I got in 1996 when I was racing pro. Jason back there, him and I were standing at Auburn, and that was in 1996, and that was 30 years ago. And I raced Kawasaki's as a pro. And you kind of look back at all these things, you forget that connection. And there's like photos up here, and there's one of a purple right there. That's our Ride With Me program that we do here at Walton at our sports camp. And those kids are all wearing a purple shirt. And I know Michelle's here. That's in honor of her son, Mitch, and we do a Ride With Me program. Kids come out, they ride Kawasaki's. They ride lots of bikes. Some of them bring their own bikes here, but the first year we recorded it, 80% of the kids, that was their first experience ever racing a bike. And I think Sully might have been one of those kids here. Sully first time he was riding a bike, he's standing right there, and he placed second in junior this year. And I mean, I can't even believe you are still riding a bike, right? Like, it's amazing, he's a great rider now, right? So it's had an impact. It's brought people into our sport, made them racers, done all that sort of stuff. And Michelle is wearing this shirt that we give to the kids each year. And on it is, from 1994, it was Mitch's favorite brand of Walton shirt. It's purple. That's why all the kids are wearing purple. But ironically, it's a Kawasaki on the front chest as well. And so it's just these cool connections that keep popping up in our lives that say, hey, it's a great partnership, and it's the right path to be on. So those are important messages that we hear. So again, that's it. My story time for me. I told the guys I was not going to babble too long. They haven't given me the cutoff. But thank you again to Kawasaki. Thank you for doing this all. And I do want to ask Jacob Black from Kawasaki, him and I formed a pretty spicy relationship. I love it. And but I wanted him to come up and have a chance to say something too. So Jacob, come on up.
Yeah, I'm not going to say a lot for once. Kawasaki is extremely proud, not only of everything that Walton has done, that Brett Lee and Mel and the entire team has done, but we're proud to be associated with this group and this track, the events that go on here at Walton Transcam, and obviously this phenomenal championship effort that they've put together this year, I think deserves another huge big round of applause. I believe right in the center of my chest that Kawasaki builds the best motorcycles going. We have the best engines, we have the best philosophy. Racing's important to us. The good times come out best on a racetrack. And this group represents the good times, and they represent that spirit of competition and performance that we really value deeply. And I'm just so stoked that Kawasaki in Canada has gotten to be a part of this team and this effort and win this title with this group of people. Couldn't be happier. There's not a lot more else that can be said about it. But yeah, I'm going to put it over to our president, Kazuya Ikebuchi, and he's going to give us, his perspective, the Japanese perspective.
Hello everyone, I'm Kazuya Ikebuchi, the president of Canadian Kawasaki Motors. I came to Canada since 4 months back, so I'm quite new, and I like Canada very much. And also I'm very happy to be here, such a great time. And Kawasaki had a great victory in the Motocross Championship for 50cc, since over the game. And thank you very much for your support, and also congratulations for the team and the riders, and we appreciate your effort for a long time for the brand and everyone. And the Kawasaki company slogan, "Let the Good Times Roll," means making people from Kawasaki or Kawasaki enthusiasts happy. And the activity here is really meeting with this purpose and very successful. I hope such a good time lasts long. And on behalf of the manufacturer Kawasaki, we promise to have a continuous effort on the whole what we can do as a manufacturer. So we hope that you guys also continue to support us and to realize that let the good times concept together. Again, let the good times roll. Thank you very much.
Justin Thompson. Justin obviously has been running Jetworks now for a few years and is the president of the MRC and Jetworks, and I'm pumped that you're here because you brought my stuff with me. And he's a good friend of mine too, so it's super important he's here. So I'm going to let him say a word, and then we'll move into number one plate presentation.
Thanks a lot, guys. This place is special to me too. Obviously I've known Brett for a very long time in the whole Lee family. And I know I've said this story a couple times, but I fell in love with this place in 1998. I came here in 96. People don't know that, but I broke my leg like second race or something like that, so I was out. But in 98, we were riding in Freeland, Michigan, and Brett and his dad came up to me and said, "Hey man, you need to try to come and race the Trans-Can." And I thought, even though we're from Canada, we've been racing in Michigan kind of our whole lives. So long story short, I came up here and ended up winning the intermediate classes, both classes, and winning the first, I think that was the first bronze boot. Yeah, so ever since, obviously we've been close with the Lee family, and it's an honor to see how it's grown from what it was just a field almost when we first started to now, like, I don't even know how many years that is, but to see what you guys have done is amazing. So congrats on that. Obviously, congrats on this championship. So on behalf of the MRC and the Triple Crown Series, I want to present you guys with the number one plate. I know you already got it, but this is on behalf of all of us. So thank you very much for everything you guys do.
Thank you.
Can we take two?
Perfect. Okay.
Awesome.
All right, and so what I'm really excited to do, and I'm going to get my two guys to bring that up with me, and Mel's going to bring over the other number one plate, where it's on top of the fridge. We're going to ask Jacob and the president to come up here for a second, and we're going to make an official presentation to you guys. Mel's going to present the number one plate, and again, can't thank you guys enough for everything you've done for us, and I'm excited to send this back to headquarters, set of gear, and the guys have got this. Come on in, guys.
So I'm not sure. We're looking at the same camera, that's all. Okay, ready? One more.
And I'm gonna, present that. That number one plate is gonna go back. One of the cool things I made us want to make this day important is this. And Mel, there's that jersey over there with the number one on too. Is that when we went down to Kawasaki, one of the things that reminded me of how special this was is when you go into the lobby at Kawasaki, they have the last championship year, which is, I'm guessing 2013, I believe, right? So you go in the lobby and the gear is sitting there with the 2013 gear. And so, we're pretty pumped to go back and make sure they got some fresh gear. We got the number one set of gear from Phil's last race, and then obviously this commemorative poster that we've done up, Mel did up, and the number one plate. And I'm excited to go to Kawasaki and see that in the lobby. And again, thank you so much for all the support this year, guys. I appreciate it. So. And just to close, did you want to say anything? No. I just want to thank everyone again for coming. It's a big commitment, and we're going to go. I am going to show some people around in the race shop if anyone wants to see it. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to show inside the rig. If you want to see inside the rig, and if I'm not there, you're welcome to go and do that too. I love to see. It's a big effort to make that championship happen, and it's going to be a good day. So thank you again. There's some food back there, drinks. Make sure you help yourself and enjoy each other's company. Thank you again, everyone. Thanks.
That way, just so I get everybody's eyes in the same camera.
You just wait till we all blink. Go vertical one, two, if we can, please. Can we do a vertical one? Oh, Jetson is there. Now to your 10.